without further ado, we've got some new arrivals this week that I want to share with you. Here we go. Obviously, what's new in model railroading weekly update. So, new arrivals from Acrorail. These are kits, so you build them yourself. I think that my next project here on the broadcast is going to be to build one of these with you. Hello, Frank Smith. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Nope, turn it back on. I can't turn it. There we go. Okay, music's off. Thank you. Hi, Frank Smith.
Did you get the music on?
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. I'm really bad at this. I don't know why he lets me do this. Anyways, these are Accurail 36-inch double sheath wood box car with a steel roof and steel ends. The fish belly frame. This one is Philadelphia and Reading. This is the only box car kit that we have. But as I said, I'm going to build one of these here on the broadcast with you. I think this would be really, really fun. Thank you, Jeff. I think I turned it off. This is the 47-foot 3-bay center flow covered hopper. This one is FMC Chemicals. It's really kind of cool. I can't wait to build one of these. I think this will be really fun. The next one is the USRA twin hopper car. Again, this is a kit. This is the Seaboard number 36208. Look how cool that is. So I don't know if anybody's ever built one of these before. If you have, feel free to chime in and give me some pointers on how to do it. This will be my first time building a piece of rolling stock. So tune in and see how crazy it gets. It'll be fun. And then we have the 55-ton panel side twin hopper. This is the Chicago and Northwestern boxcar red, black with the system logo. Again, those are all kits. Let's run through those again. The USRA twin hopper car, the 3-bay center flow hopper, and the boxcar. So if you're looking to maybe do something while you're sitting around watching football, this would be great, except in my living room, which the dogs would get hold of it. Anyways, those are available. Sorry, I didn't go through the Virginian. This is another USRA 55-ton twin hopper in Virginian. I like that color scheme. The 3-bay center flow hopper, in Badish, which is really kind of cool. And then we have a 47-foot 3-bay hopper in Honeymead in the bright yellow. Pretty cool. Then we have the 3-bay center flow covered hopper in Shulman, number 54521. It's in gray and black. And again, you can build all of these. I think that it could be really fun to sit down and build one of these and customize it however you'd like. So those are all from Accurail this week. They have just come in and might be a lot of fun. So coming soon from Walthers, we have the Trinity 25,000-gallon tank cars. They really are versatile. They would work on any of your contemporary layouts. They serve a wide range of industries, as you can imagine. They are based on widely used prototypes throughout the real world, if you will, the real world. The one-time run of these road numbers, so this is a limited quantity available. There is a picture of each one, but it comes in 4 additional road numbers. So on the ADM, you've got 26023, 26056, 26088, and 26110. So you could have a whole consist of those. These were in service starting in the mid-2000s, early 2000s, and are still running today. The prototypes handle fuel oil, crude oil, vegetable oil, and more. Not probably food grade, but I don't know that for a fact. Separately applied manway, protective top filling housing with the hatch, and the pressure relief valve, so you've got a lot of detail on them. The underbody features separately applied wire safety rails, skid protected bottom outlet valves, steam inlet and outlet, your brake equipment with cylinder, and rods and the train line. You've got really great factory installed molded railings, ladders, walkways, placards, and stirrups. They are 100-ton trucks, very sturdy. Correct 36-inch turned metal RP25 wheel sets, and then Protomax magnetic metal couplers, knuckle couplers, sorry. So these are really pretty detailed and wonderful. Let me show me what else we have. We have that in the ADM. We have it in the AGP, the ILX. Again, they all come in 4 road numbers. So all the road numbers are on the bottom right of the photo. Then we've got Procore, which is very popular. We see a lot of those. And again, you've got 4 road numbers. PRTX, Chicago Asphalt. This one also comes in 4 numbers. You've only got 3-digit numbers instead of 5-digit numbers. You've got DBUX, Soy Power. I like that logo. I think the green with the swoosh is really pretty cool. You've got another 20 to 25,000 gallon tank car in XOMX. And now we're into just announced. Lionel has put out some new products this week that we've just announced. Let's see what they have. This is the 80th anniversary MUSA boxcar for Iwo Jima. Again, these are music boxcars, so they do come with sound. Printed and assembled in the United States. They have opening doors, metal wheels, metal knuckle couplers, and weighted for reliable operation. So that helps, as you know, to keep them on your track. So this is the 80th anniversary Iwo Jima. Then we have the 80th anniversary of Okinawa. So those of you that are World War II fans. This is the 250th anniversary of the USA boxcar, U.S. Army. Pretty cool. Great detail. And then for our in-stock showcase, we have Lionel work cabooses. I don't know how you guys feel about these, but I think they are just so cool. As you know, this is a work caboose that you have that little shed on it, as well as the open hopper area for carrying equipment or materials. I'm getting out of my frame, sorry. So these are the work cabooses. They come in 5 road names and paint schemes. We're going to start out here with Southern Pacific in the black and orange. So if maybe you need to add to your Halloween consist, you could get one of these and add to it and put a few creatures in it, like Sam would probably do for Halloween. Then we have the work caboose for USA in that beautiful red, white, and blue. The Norfolk Southern in the orange with the black lettering. Again, you could use this one for Halloween, you never know. The Bethlehem Steel in that bright yellow and black. Can't miss that one on the railroad. And then your Pennsylvania rolling work caboose in the gray and black. So just really cool. Those are going to be on Sam's weekly deal this week. So take a look if you're not already signed up for the newsletter. Go to the website 4HOtrains.com and sign up for the newsletter, and you will get her weekly deals and see what kind of great prices you might get. Okay, layout inspirations. As you know, I talk about this all the time. I really love that Atlas has these pre-designed layout kits. One of the hardest things to do when you're getting started building a layout is design it and figure out all your curves, all your pieces, all your connectors. So this is not quite plug and play, but it's pretty close. So you can get one of these kits, follow the instructions. They give you the table size, they give you all the materials. This one is the Great Eastern Trunk layout package. This does require a 4x8 table, so it's a little bit bigger than usual. Again, it's very hassle-free. This one attempts in very minimal space to give something a flavor of heavy-duty mainline railroading. So the main line is the double track, and then it becomes a triple track at one end, which means that you've got 2 interesting junctions, as you can see in there. You've also got not quite a turntable, but you've got sidings and spokes. So you can back your trains up and park parts of them and then move your cars around that way. So this has a lot of activity in a very small space. And again, it's a complicated layout, but they've done everything for you. They've laid it out, they give you instructions, they give you all the materials. So that's just a really beautiful kit. Okay, featured buildings. This is pretty fun. These are some Woodland Scenics buildings. I love this. It's a gas station. They call her Filler Up and Fixer. So obviously you can get your gas and maybe your tires, get a little air in your tires, maybe get your oil changed. So this is the Filler Up and Fixer. As you know, Woodland Scenics buildings have a wonderful, small, compact footprint in this particular one, and they come highly detailed. So you've got full lighting, you've got all the detail that you see on here, all the signage, you've got just amazing detail around your building with your dumpsters and your tires and a ice cooler. So they come just completely decorated or scenic for you. So you literally drop them on your layout and you've got a wonderful, wonderful little, what's the word I'm looking for? Vignette, you know, little scene there. And you can park your cars in it, you can have some streets coming into it, and then you can have the, oh, that's your fixer up and filler again. This is all the sides to it. So as you can see, you've got the covered gas pumps, and then you've got the one bay gas garage over there, and you've got a little bit of an office inside. Who knows, they might sell gum and candy bars. That'd be great, maybe chips. So that is the Filler Up and Fixer. And then if you wanted to, you could put the competing Ethel's Gas and Service across the street and set up a little rivalry on your layout and see who gets more traffic. So this one is, again, Ethel's Gas and Service. You've got 6 3/8 by 5 11/16 by 3 7/16. So relatively small footprints on both of them. Ethel's does not have a covered or an indoor garage. They have the lift on the outside so they can check underneath, change your oil, change your tires, that kind of thing. Here's another view of Ethel's. Ethel's has a lot more stuff around her. So her fenced-in area has a lot of the detritus of having had a filling station for a while. You've got tires, you've got oil cans, just, you know, there should be a junkyard dog. We should add a junkyard dog to this. But that is 2 Woodland Scenics buildings. You could have competing gas stations and kind of see who does better. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so those are current buildings, building kits. This is just another view of the Ethels with your footprint. Oh, this is me, my master modeling class. I'm not a master modeler. I've met a lot of master modelers, and they are amazing. I am a very distant second to all these people. So let's switch this up. We have been working on, back to me. There we go. We have been working on the Walther's Merchants Row building, as you know. So this is the kit. It's 933-3028. It's just a terrific building. You get a lot of action, 5 separate buildings in a small footprint. So, hello, Devin McKenzie. Jeff, Devin saying hi. Didn't know if you saw that or not. So, I've made a little progress. As you know, I lost my windows, but then I found them again. So this is the building fully painted and assembled. So we've put the door in on the corner. We've got all our windows in. Now I went ahead and painted the ceiling, or the rooftop, but this is what it comes as. See that plain beige plastic? that's what it looked like before I painted it. So I like to give my rooftops a little reality check, if you will, because I think it's important to, there we go. I think it's really important to have something more lifelike on the top, because you're going to see the top of those buildings quite a bit. Now, the other thing this kit comes with that is so unique is they come with the rooftop building dividers. I've put 3 of them on, but let me put the 4th one on. So these came in the kit, and they give you the 2 pieces, so you glue them together so you get the front and back. And as you can see, I didn't get the tops of them very well, but we'll do that. Oops, I knocked one over. This one has a little spur on the bottom. So I'm going to take my file and file that down just a little bit so I get a good grip. So that's all it takes. This is a metal nail file, but a simple emery board will do the same. So you can see just taking care of that little spur that was on there, and now it's gone. Don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah, let's see if I have one on this one. I do, well, just a little tiny one. See that one right there? So I'll file that down too before I try to glue it. And we're back to our very popular ACC Zap-A-Gap. So I'm going to glue both of these down. You just need a tiny bit. My glue would come out. Okay. That's good. Now this one we're lining up at the top with the building structure so that you get total separation of your buildings, just like we have here in Atlanta for our buildings. Our buildings are all between 120 and 140 years old. They're almost as old as I am. So there we go. We've got that one in place. Again, just a little Zap-A-Gap. And now we'll put in the other one. And you can use your zip kicker, but I'm finding that these are sticking pretty well. So again, a little dab will do you, for those of you who remember that commercial. I think that was Grill Cream maybe? That might have been Joe Namath. I'm showing my age. Okay, so I've got this on, and this one's going to go on this building. Again, just to delineate the structures, to show that you had different architecture and different ownership, but they were all connected, so they shared walls. Isn't that cool? So now, as you can see, I've already painted these, but these need a little help. So we're just going to take a small brush, get it nice and dried off, and I have just a little bit of gray paint. I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to go over the tops of them. It doesn't have to be pretty, because this is the top of the building, so it's going to get a lot of weather. Oh, thank you. Too far away?
It was.
Sorry. So again, we're just going to close up that gap a little bit. Not a gap really, just paint the trims there. Okay. So now, oops, that one's a little bit, there we go. Stand it up straight. So now that I'm standing it up straight, I'm going to use my zip kicker so it doesn't fall over again. So this is zip kicker. Once you spray that on your Zap-A-Gap, it sets instantly. Okay, you really can't hurt your paint. It might give it a little discoloration, but honestly, for the top, that's not a problem. because you want it to look weathered. So that's the top of the building that used to look like this lovely beige plastic. So we just weathered that with gray paint with a little bit of black overcoat. And next we're going to have sidewalks. So this is, now one of the things I really like about Walther's building kits, all of the corners, I don't know if you can see this, come beveled. Can you see that bevel? So when you glue them together, you've got this wonderful bevel. So you're not trying to put flat against, well, it's flat against flat, but it's angled. And as we all know, it just gives you a better hold when those bevels are there. So I don't know if you can tell. I'm trying to get up there. There we go. Nope, not very well. Sorry. But those edges are beveled, so it makes a really nice. Now the other thing we can do is we can paint the insides of our structures. But again, who's going to be up there to see it other than maintenance crew? So that's kind of personal preference. I will probably go through and paint that just because, again, when you're looking down on your layout, that is what you see. So I'll get that done. But now we have our sidewalks. This is another wonderful thing with Walther's kits, is they come with sidewalks. So you're going to get a sidewalk on your structure. And for now, let's do a little weathering. Most concrete sidewalks are not taupe colored. This is taupe colored plastic. Hello, Tom Polly. Hello, Katie. Hi, Channel Master. Greetings from Florida. Can you hear me okay? So we're just going to take my favorite little gray paint, which you can use any gray paint you like. As you know, last week I started using the P3 paints. These are great little paints. You really don't need to dilute them at all. And they go on really nicely. Now I'm going to use a wider brush for this. Wider. Dry it off a bit. So I'm using a wider brush. Just going to use a little gray paint. And just start brushing that on there. Again, I'm going to water this down just a little bit. There we go. You don't want too much water because you'll get bubbles. So we're going to give it more of a concrete, an actual concrete look. Now it looks terrible right now. Don't panic. It doesn't look good. I'm going to set that down. But just wait. Just hold on. Hold the phone, Louise, as my husband likes to say. And we're going to show you how cool this is going to look. We're going to do two things here. One, we've got our gray base down, which I think is great. You want to get those edges, of course, because that's your curb you're going to be stepping on and off of. So you want to get that curb on the outside. It's really little. So get that curb, get away from my fingers. And then I'm going to take, without even cleaning my brush, take just a little bit of black and add it in there just a little bit. Make it look like a city sidewalk. And then when we're happy with that, to give it a little texture, I just take a paper towel. I'm going to blot it a little bit. So as you blot it, I don't know if you can see that, but you're giving it a wonderful concrete texture. So it really looks like you've got a concrete sidewalk. Can you see that? Pretty cool, huh? So I will do that to all of our sidewalks and then I will install them. So I'll show you those next week and we'll be done with our building. So that is the Walther's Merchants Row number 1, 933-3028. pretty easy to put together. And then this is what it's going to look like when you get your sidewalk there that looks like concrete. Hold this up here. Now, doesn't that look better than the beige? So that is going to be your sidewalk. It's really hard to do this. Let me go back to this camera. Oh, hi, there I am. So let's show it to you this way. So doesn't that look good with your sidewalk? And your sidewalk texture, a little too close. It's really terrific. Sorry you can't see this better. Okay, moving right along. I'm running out of time here, hard to believe. So I don't want to leave you without a club corner. This week, let's go back over here. We have the South Shore Model Railway Club. They are in Quincy. The club is one of the oldest HO scale model clubs in the United States. It survived World War II, believe it or not, and later based in a Weymouth strip mall for nearly 40 years. Isn't that amazing? They are currently in an Old Navy ammo warehouse in Bear Cove Park, Hingham, Massachusetts. I think it's Massachusetts. This relocation allowed them to become a museum with space for a library, displays, and historic artifacts. So they are really promoting railroading as well as the hobby. So they do have a massive HO layout. They're constructing a 40 by 140 East Coast Lines layout. Now you think about that in HO, that is a lot of track. Oh, sorry, closer to the mic. Here we go. The fictitious railroading era, of course, for their layout. They're not modeling anything specific, but they have an East Coast Lines railroad, runs from Boston to Oswego, New York, and justifies equipment from various New England and anthracite railroads, modeled in the popular transition era of the 50s and 60s, which is what we model as well. Scenery set in mid to late September, so they've got those fall colors going. They do have frequent public events, March, August, October, and December, January, to showcase their work, where they do spring and fall shows, including visiting dealers and portable layouts or modular layouts. So they are in Hingham, Massachusetts, if you want to visit, if you're going to be out that way. There's another view of their layout. And they do have, I don't think I have sound with it, but I do have if I could find it, sorry. We do have a small video. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay. So let me start that. Don't install, thank you. I don't want to install something new. I just want to play our video. So sorry about the sound, but this is a video of their layout. Look at that Milwaukee Road. So again, a 40-foot by 140-foot layout, beautiful roundhouse, turntable. They have put a lot of effort into this. So again, if you're ever out in the Massachusetts, Hingham, Massachusetts area, might want to stop by and say hello. They've got some gorgeous building flats, roadways. I mean, this is a beautiful layout. So I will leave you with that this week. That is our Railroad Club this week, South Shore Model Railway in Hingham, Massachusetts. And I thank you all for tuning in. Sorry you couldn't hear me. I tend to be soft-spoken, and I got too far from the mic. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our building kit and seeing what's new and what's coming. And if you have any questions, give Samurai a shout. It's Sam at 4HOtrains.com or Mrs. Muffin at 4HOtrains.com. We welcome any comments or suggestions you might have for the broadcast. If you would like to be interviewed on the broadcast and maybe show us your layout, we would love to invite you in to do that. We really want to be inclusive. It doesn't have to be just me talking. I'd love to get you on here. And that's about it for me this week. Next week, we are going to be doing our, well, I guess it's second annual, but our 4th train show here in Indiana. It is Mr. Muffin's train show. We do it up at the Tipton County Fairgrounds, which is about 4 miles north of us. We will have Nikki, our train truck, shuttling people between the fairgrounds and our layout so they can, get a little experience driving through beautiful Indiana in the fall. The route takes them by an interurban, what was the interurban overpass. The pylons are still there, but the overpass is gone, but it's pretty cool. As some of you may know, Indiana had the largest interurban network in the country back in the day. Unfortunately, it's been ripped out. So that will be our train show next Friday and Saturday. If you're in the area and able to join us, we'll be at the Tipton County Fairgrounds from 12 until 5 on Friday and 10 until 3 on Saturday. And until then, see you next week. Thank you so much. Okay. Go back to me. There we go. Hi, everybody. Bye. Thank you.